Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to my channel. I know I've been gone for so long.
You got me all nervous.
That's why I don't want to be in here because you get all nervous.
No, I know. Sit down. You're
I'm
actually
just gonna go
stay standing.
downstairs.
No!
Yes, I need to. Fortnite's my life. I need to play Fortnite.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Say countdown.
5, 4.
Hi guys. I'm back. And you're probably like, right, but for how long, Libby? And the answer is I don't fucking know. I might post this video and then I'll be MIA for 6 more months. And you know, why are you so panty? Tell them out.
Come on, girls.
Per usual, the dogs are distracting me. You might be wondering to yourself, like, Libby, how much longer before you go MIA again? And that's fine. That's part of the mystery. I don't know, and neither do you. So, my goal as I sit here filming this, sorry, ADD, just like my nails, like, oh God, I can't concentrate. My goal is to film a lot of videos before I post this one so that I have like a collection of videos before, you know. So do you want to know where I've been? This is probably like, especially if you're listening to this and you have headphones in, it's just like, I can't. There, okay, then I'll stop. I haven't been filming on purpose, mostly because I've been just really busy. I got a new job. The last video I filmed was right before I started my job. I had to get licensed for my job, and so there was a lot of studying and learning and things like that. Honestly, the biggest reason why I stopped filming for so long was because I was not going to be able to film and be honest about what was going on in my life. Like, I would have been able to tell you, like, yeah, things are really hard and I'm going through a lot of shit, but I can't tell you what's going on because it's just, it's not something I can talk about. And I don't know if I ever will, but yeah. And I hate that because I like to be honest and transparent and tell people what's going on and all that shit, but I just can't. This video today, I've been wanting to film. It's the same reason why I filmed really any of my videos, is I just want people to know that they're not alone. I say the same thing every time. Let me tell you what had happened. What happened? Okay, so I made a stupid decision and I stopped taking my medication. I was running low and I would have had to go back to the doctor, but my doctor was all the way in West Bloomfield and I didn't want to go all the way out there. Like, I came up with all sorts of reasons to stop taking it. And literally a week before this thing happened, I had been talking to my mom and I was like, yeah, so I think I'm going to stop taking my medication. I want to try to do like more natural and take like vitamins. And like, if you take vitamins and do it naturally, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at me thinking that that would work for me. It doesn't. Maybe one day it will. I wish it would. You know what I mean? Like, I hate the fact that I have to go to the doctor and I have to get my blood tested and I have to get all these tests run and I have to get a prescription. Like, I hate that. I wish I could just not take anything, of course, but I wish that I could at the very least take a vitamin or something. But no, I need pharmaceuticals. And so, yeah, so I was telling my mom that and she was like, you should probably be careful doing that because the last time I did that, I was in the emergency room. So my mom takes like the serious stuff, and when I say that, I mean like Xanax and Paxil and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if she takes both of them, so don't be like, oh, she shouldn't take this, or I'm just saying, like, my mom takes the stuff that I consider to be like it's my, what's it called when you call in like the big guns? So yeah. Anyway, mom stopped taking her medication a while back. I don't know how long ago it was exactly. And I think it was mostly because, if I remember correctly, there was like a health insurance issue, or like her doctor, even though she's been taking the same medication for years and years and years, thought like, let's try this or something. I don't believe it was by choice that she stopped taking her medication, but yeah, she ended up in the emergency room because she thought she was having a heart attack, which she's at that age, so it could have been a possibility. I guess I'm at that age because I'm 31 now. My mom was telling me that she didn't think it was a good idea that I got off my medication, and she was right. So let's take a drink every time my mom was right. Just kidding, don't do it. You'll be hammered. My friends and I went on a little getaway. I had the worst panic attacks that I've ever had. And so I am going to try to explain to you how I felt. And if you've never dealt with panic attacks or anxiety attacks, you're probably going to be confused and you'll probably think I'm crazy. But my hope is that maybe just one of you is like, oh my gosh, yes, I've been there. Because the same thought was going through my mind when they were happening, and it was that it was just, no one gets it, no one gets it, no one understands, no one, I have no one to talk to about this, no one gets it, no one, like just over and over and over in my head, and it was just driving me mad. We were, it was a Saturday night, and we had all been out, and I'm always, I always try to be conscious of like what leads to my panic attacks, or you know, like I try to be aware of, okay, this is a situation that might make me a little anxious and things like that. And so I can say I did a lot of things wrong that day. A, not taking my medication. B, I had a lot of caffeine, and I actually I don't react very well to caffeine. I had been drinking as well. And there was a crowd. There were a lot of crowds, and I don't hate crowds, but sometimes it's like, I'm fine. And then like, I just don't want to be around crowds anymore. So we got back to our Airbnb, and I went upstairs to lay down to try to just like give myself some quiet time. But the Airbnb we were staying in, it was like being in a tent. Like I could hear everything. And so, you know, everyone was downstairs playing games and having fun. And so I wasn't able to just like get quiet time and relax. I ended up going downstairs. And I didn't tell my friends any of this, so if they're watching, this is the first time they've heard this. This is what happened in my head. And I'm saying that because it's not reality, I'm sure, but it is what I perceived to have been happening. So I was upstairs and I could hear laughing and having a good time. And then I went downstairs to just kind of join in. I like gave in, okay, I'm gonna go have fun. And you are too loud. I'm trying to tell stories. Can you see her now?
A little bit.
Isabella's right here. Really? Really? It's because you can tell I'm... Okay, just come here. Come on. Come on. She's like, I don't know why you think we're both gonna fit. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, okay. We're gonna tell the story. This helps, right? So, it does help telling a sad story with a dog in your lap. So I went downstairs I decided to join in on the fun. And what I thought happened when I went downstairs was that my friends didn't want me there. I felt like the laughing stopped and they weren't having fun anymore, and that I was just in the way. I was having an inner battle of, Libby, you're crazy. It's just your anxiety. It's not, you know, it's not really happening, and all of that, mixed with this loud voice of like, they don't want you here. They don't want you here. And so, there we go. And so, okay, honey, can you get her off me? It's so dumb. Another reason I have a hard time filming. In my mind, I was convinced that my friends didn't want me there. And so I tried to like just like block it out and have a good time. And have you ever been having not a fun time and you're trying to make yourself have a fun time? It's like torture. I ended up going upstairs at one point and talking to myself. Like I remember I was crying and I was walking around in our bedroom and I was just like, stop, it's like, you're crazy, it's not real, like you're fine, it's okay, it's okay. And the walls were thin, like I said. And so I was trying to muffle my own crying because I didn't want to draw attention to myself, because again, I didn't think they wanted me there. And so I was like, if they hear me cry, you know, like, are they going to think like I'm doing it for attention? Or, and so I was like covering my mouth so that you couldn't hear me crying. And then I started frantically looking through my toiletry bag as well as Sean's, because I was looking for a razor, because I really, really wanted to cut myself. And I didn't pack a razor. I want to stop there. I did not want to die. I didn't want to kill myself. And I didn't want to hurt myself. But I wanted to cut myself. And so then I Googled the suicide helpline. And I remember looking at it on my phone and thinking, like, you don't want to kill yourself, so why are you going to call the suicide helpline? They could be talking to someone who needs them. What are you even going to say to them? My friends, I don't think my friends want me here. Even though I knew that it wasn't real. I knew that it was in my head. When I have panic attacks, it's always two people in my head. The logical one, the one that knows that you're not going to die, what you're feeling isn't real, or whatever. And then there's the frantic bitch. And usually the logical one can overcome the frantic one and calm it down and talk some sense into her. But I couldn't. It was just, I was like feeding into it. I couldn't make it stop. After some crying, I went downstairs and we played a little bit more of our games, and then we all went to bed. And so when I went upstairs to go to bed, I was talking to Sean and I was trying to explain to him, which that's always fun, explaining to your husband that, like 10 minutes ago, I was looking for a razor to cut my wrists with. And so I was explaining to him what was going on and how I was feeling. He's like, what? Like, no, of course we want you here. Like, why are you acting like this? That's not how it is. It's not how anyone feels. And the more I tried to explain it to him, the more crazy I felt. And I just, again, I kept feeling so alone. And so I started crying again. And then I started to have a panic attack again. And this one was really, really strong. At one point I had gotten down onto the floor in like a crouching position, and I'm only sharing this with you because maybe it'll help you, because it was actually a very good position, like crouching like a catcher in baseball, you know? And then I had like my head down and I was trying to take deep breaths and things like that. That actually, it did help a little bit, but trying not to like alert all my friends to what's going on. And so I'm covering my mouth and muffling my tears. And yeah, that was a really hard panic attack. That was really hard for me. It was really hard to explain to Sean that I didn't want to die. I didn't want to hurt myself. I just wanted the pain to stop. The panic attack was so strong and so painful, like physically. My chest hurt for days afterwards. And it was so strong that I thought I was gonna die. Yet I didn't call 911. Like, again, it sounds crazy. It was just, it's so much like contradicting and like conflicting thoughts. I wanted to cut myself, but I didn't want to hurt myself. I wanted to call the suicide helpline, but I wasn't suicidal. I was having a panic attack and I thought I was gonna die, but I knew I wasn't dying. And what was weird is that Monday I remember going to work and I was thinking to myself how weird it was to be at work because I didn't think I should be there. I thought I should have been dead. Not because I wanted to die, but because I thought I was dying. But I knew I wasn't. What? That whole time I felt very alone. I felt like no one understood. And it's a really shitty thing to say that, Because if you're watching this and you're my friend, you're probably like, I'm here for you. I understand. But it's just a very lonely place to be. And even as I talk about it, I don't know if I'm going to share this video, because I don't want my friends to think that how I was feeling was their fault. I don't know. I just don't want people to, so cliche, I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're alone in that place. And I say that knowing damn well that that's exactly how you're going to feel. And so what comes with, I felt all that, right? I felt sad and alone and all of that. And what comes as like a gift with free gift with purchase is now I feel bad for feeling that way. I feel bad. Maybe you can hear, maybe you can't, but Sean's in the room right now hearing this story. He of course was there, but you know, so I feel bad that I'm saying to him, yeah, you were there and I felt so alone. I felt like you didn't get it. I felt like you weren't. But it's nothing he did, and it's nothing he can change, and it's nothing I can change. It's just like a feeling that I have sometimes, is that I'm alone. And it makes me feel really bad to feel that way and to make people feel like they're not good enough or that they're not there for me. Because it's not like, this is the logical person talking. Logical. This is me logical. This is the logical person talking, and so like I'm in my right mind, so to speak. I'm as normal as I'll be or whatever, you know, and I know that Libby, I know that is not, I know that what I was feeling that night wasn't real. At the same time, I'm being a really shitty person, even though it's to myself, saying that what you were feeling wasn't real. It was real in my head. You get what I mean? No, maybe, yeah. Like I said, if you're watching this and you've never gone through that type of like, what do you even call it? Kookiness? Great, I don't know. Then you're probably like, you probably turned it off because you couldn't fucking follow what I was talking about. But I hope there's at least one of you watching who gets it. Because if you get it, that means you felt it before, and maybe you felt like you were alone and no one could ever understand this crazy feeling I'm feeling. But by me telling you, like, yeah, I felt it too. It was fucking nuts. So yeah, that's my story. I'm back on my meds. That's a story about being on medication, being back on your medication. I knew that when I filmed again, that was the first thing I wanted to talk about, because that's what I do here. I tell you stuff about me and hope it helps you. Or at least makes you chuckle. I have to go because it's 8 o'clock on May 12th. And if you watch Game of Thrones, you know that that means that it's the 5th episode of 6. It's gonna be huge. Now's the time I make a bunch of false promises about how I'm gonna film more and you'll see more of me. It is certainly my goal, it's always my goal, but I'm just really popular and I have a lot of things to do. So, how do I end these? Oh, I remember. It's been so long. So wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day and a great week. It's getting warm out. We all know. I mean, it's fucking May 12th and it's 50 degrees and raining, but it'll get warmer, so that's cool. It'll get warmer before it gets colder again. Glass half full. Okay, bye.